Sunny Radio, where it's always in the 80s. Thank you for listening on a Friday morning. At this time, each Friday, we try to shine the sunny spotlight on the Sioux Empire United Way and the different organizations that are impacted by your contribution to the Sioux Empire United Way. Today, we have Justin Phelan. He is with TallgrassRecovery, and we're going to learn a little bit about that organization and what they do. But first, let's say hello to Justin. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Thank you so much for joining us here on the program. Now, first of all, let's talk about this. How long have you been with Tallgrass?
I've been the executive director for 2 years. I had been a board member for about 2 years prior to that.
So, Justin, what do you guys do at TallgrassRecovery?
Tallgrass is a 30-day residential drug and alcohol treatment program. We offer services for adult men and women. And in addition to our 30-day program, we have 3 sober living homes in Sioux Falls. 2 for men and 1 for women. Very cool.
Thank you for doing that, Justin. Now let's talk about your partnership with the Sioux Empire United Way. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, as you know, the United Way is a deficit funding organization, and as a nonprofit entity, we are always looking for funding to support our program. And so I reached out to United Way last year to try to secure some funding, and got it. And we're going to use the funding for technology upgrades and data collection.
Well, that's a mission that is very near and dear to my heart. So thank you very much for what you're doing at TallgrassRecovery.
Yeah, it's everyone that works here is pretty like-minded. We're all here to serve others, and we all have our own personal stories. But throughout the whole day, we're here to serve the community.
That is fantastic. And again, we're visiting right now with Justin, and he is from TallgrassRecovery, and it's one of the organizations that's impacted by your contribution to the Sioux Empire United Way. Now, how many people or how many patients do you guys work with on a regular basis there? How many people would be impacted in a typical year through TallgrassRecovery?
Good question. We have 14 beds at our residential facility, and last year, in 2016, we served 143 people.
That's fantastic.
The year before that, 2015, we served 137. The most we can serve in a year is 168, and we there are times of the year that we're full, and there's times of the year that we're not. So it just depends, on the year. So
if somebody listening would like to learn more about TallgrassRecovery, how do they find you?
They can call us at 605-368-5559, or they can find us on the web at TallgrassRecovery.org.
Very nice. Justin, thank you very much for doing what you're doing, and thank you for taking some time to chat with me. Like I said, this is a subject that's really near and dear to my heart. When I was just a young man, my father passed away. He was an alcoholic, and I remember in 1989, he was told that at the time that he was diabetic, and they said, you need to quit drinking, you need to quit smoking, you need to lose some weight. And he said, I can't do that. And they said, well, you have to or it's going to kill you. And he said, well, I guess I'll die happy. And just a few short years later, in 1995, he was only 49 years old when he died. And I look back and I think, how sad. He never got a chance to meet my wife or my kids or my brothers and sisters, my siblings, spouses and their kids, and he missed out on so much. And that's where, when there are people out there that are saying, hey, I want to help people in that situation, we do whatever we can to help. So thank you for doing what you're doing. We're glad to shine the sunny spotlight on you guys this week.
Hey, couldn't be happier to do it. And for the listeners out there, don't be shy. Give us a call. Come take a look at our facility. If you know someone that's in need of our help, point them in our direction.
Fantastic. Thank you again, Justin.
Thank you. You're sure welcome.
And again, TallgrassRecovery is one of the organizations that's impacted by your donation to the Sioux Empire United Way. So if you are one of the people that checks the little box when your employer asks you to, thank you for doing that. Now, maybe your employer doesn't give you that opportunity. That's okay. You still have a chance. If you'd like to make a contribution to the Sioux Empire United Way, whether you want to give of your time or give of your finances, go to the website SEUW.org. Now, it's pretty easy. It's Sioux Empire United Way. So SEUW.org. Go check that out. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on Sunny Radio right here on a Friday.